bitch good looking. My bitch good looking. Dope in the bitch, know how to cook. Yeah. I did the digital dash. I put the bitch on the passenger. I got the junkie in blast.
What's going on, y'all? Hold on now. Give me a second. I can explain. So last year, when I decided I was going to embark upon this agent journey, my first train of thought was like, all right, cool. I'm about to document everything. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs. Just document my journey on this new undertaking that I was embarking upon. So cool. I like to operate off of the be, do, have principle. You gotta be the agent that you want to be. That's psychological and internal type of work you got to do before you even get started. And then you got to do the things that a successful agent would do. That's networking, that's going to games, that's scouting, that's learning, all of the action things that you have to do, the steps that you have to take. And then you will have the things that a successful agent has, which is kind of opposite from the way I usually operate. I'm always have first. If I had this, then I would do this. If it don't work like that. So be, and then do, then have. So, with creating content and doing the do part, I was going to games, I'm networking with people, I'm connecting with, reaching out to different agents and stuff like that. But one key thing that I forgot to add onto the do list was to study for the FIFA agent exam. It's not that I forgot to study, it's just that I was so caught up in the content and going to games and doing all these other things that I didn't study as hard as I should have been studying, because that test is a very difficult test. And I hadn't taken it yet, so I was just like, okay, how hard could this test really be? So November came, and I flew to Chicago to take this FIFA agent exam. I just got done taking the FIFA agent exam. That shit was hard. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know how to feel. I'm not confident. I don't know if I passed that one. You can only miss 5 questions, and I got about 5 that I was questionable on. So I'm not even sure right now. About 300 people there taking it, and every single person that I talked to, literally every person I talked to, it wasn't their first time taking it. So that doesn't make me feel good either. Long story short, did not get a passing grade on the exam. I wasn't like demoralized or anything, because after I had talked to these people and they all taken it 2 or 3 times, I was like, okay, my first time, whatever. I said I was going to bring you guys along through the good and the bad, but once I failed, I was like, let me take a break from shooting these videos and stuff like that. It was the end of the year. My daughter's birthday is at the end of November. Me and wifey went to Mexico for a friend's wedding. That was dope. And then Christmas. So that's kind of just how I ended the year, just family time and relaxing and stuff like that. But then at the top of the new year, my goal was, all right, cool, I need to lock in for this next exam, which is in June 2025, so I can make sure I'm in a place to pass it then. So I kind of went ghost and just locked in and was studying my tail off for 6 months. And then I took the exam in June, and there were a lot of technical difficulties, which I'm not going to talk about on here. But yeah, I was fortunate enough and lucky enough to pass the FIFA agent exam. So now I'm officially an agent. So cool, boom, boom, boom. Now it's time to hit the ground running. I almost made the same mistake again of skipping steps, because once I got my license, I was like, all right, cool, I'm an agent. I need to go to Liberia, spend like 3 months there and recruit players and sign them and all that. And that's cool, that's the plan. I'm gonna get to that eventually. But I mean, I got guys that are here in the States that I've been having relationships with for years that I would like to represent as well. So pump the brakes a little bit. This fall, I was like, all right, let me lock in with all of my Nation 1 guys that are here in America, see them play, and just, let them know that they're supported and I'm here for them. And yeah, continue to take that relationship to newer heights. So, first order of business is we're currently heading to Winston, Salem, North Carolina to watch Wake Forest season opener. Yeah, that's that. I'll see you there.
They know I'm a kid of my word. I hustle the first to the first. These bitches be nagging the kid. They get them a motherfucking nerves. I showed them a Rex and they dumped. I'm smoking that pack and I'm muddy. Taliban on these hoes.
You're now listening to Tokyo FM.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I can smoke already, so hard in my blinded. I think that's pretty, baby, so I got your trust in. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time.
I first met Alfred in 2018 when I went to Liberia to visit Nation One Academy for the first time. I had just started the Susu brand, so I had all of this apparel and practice gear and jerseys and stuff like that, so I delivered it to the kids at Nation One Academy. And then I just was hanging out there with the guys and doing highlight tapes and videos and all types of stuff for them. So in 2018, if you were to tell me that Alfred was going to be here in 2025, if I said I believe you, I'd be lying. Not that he was bad, it's just that there were some heavy hitters out there. That was, you know, Hamza was there and Lawrence was there and Cookie. I didn't even realize that I had met Alfred, you know, like I remember Hamza and Lawrence came in 2019 and I think Alfred came the year later. And I remember Octawi was like, oh, Alfred's coming this summer, Alfred's coming this summer. I was like, who is Alfred? I don't remember Alfred, you know?
I would love to be a follow.
He was small, he was quiet, he was, you know, just a real chill guy. Octawi is the visionary behind Nation One Academy, so he's the visionary that knew that, you know, putting Alfred in an environment like this, he would thrive. And to say he is thriving is an understatement, honestly. He came here, went to Eagle Brook School, balled out there, and not only did he ball out on the field, but in the classroom as well, because his grades have been immaculate his entire time that he's been here. After that, he chose to go to Milton Academy, which is, you know, a soccer powerhouse in the Boston area. So it was going to be real, like, show and prove, put up or shut up time, and that's exactly what he did. We really saw his game jump to the next level. Obviously, he was playing more soccer, and he was playing with higher quality of competition as well compared to his Eagle Brook days. And, you know, good coaching, good system, good everything. He reached the highest of heights. You know, he led the school to their NEPSAC championship and went to the finals. They were winning the region, and you know, he was getting all types of regional accolades and Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Massachusetts. So his journey's been crazy, you know. And then in the summertime, he would come down to Atlanta to meet up with Octawi, and he would train with, you know, all the other Nation One guys, Milton and Hamza and Lawrence and Amos, and those guys are a year and 2 years above him, but he was, you know, keeping up with them. So that's when I realized, like, oh, Alfred's the truth. I was unfamiliar with your game, Alfred. My bad. I'll never let that happen again. So today's the season opener. I'm here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. on Wake Forest campus. Beautiful campus. I'm just roaming around a little bit until game time. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see how it all goes down. There was lightning in the area, so they made everyone get out of the stadium. And I went to my car, but then I was like, how am I going to know when the warning or when the evacuation is over and the game can start back? So it's not actively raining. I'm seeing little flashes in the air, but nothing that's here. So I'm just sitting outside of the stadium waiting for more information. And then they got like friends and family of the team sitting outside the stadium as well. So like some people went to their cars and waited. Most people just went to their cars to leave. But I'm seeing a lot of the family. They're having a little cookout before the game, and they're just sitting at the picnic tables, like there's no cover, there's no shade or anything like that. So I'm fine. I'm just chilling right here. It's been probably been like 30 minutes now. I ain't got nowhere else to go. It's not like I'm going home. I'm out of town, so I'm going to go back and finish watching the game. Alfred got in towards the end of the first half. He did his thing. He came in with fresh legs. He brought a high press, which that's what the team tactic was, I'm assuming, but he was pressing hard up top. He had a chance to get his first goal, but I don't know what happened with that. I'll have to go back and look at the footage and see. But yeah, I'm gonna try to link up with him, but it's getting kind of late. It's already 9:35, and they haven't even started the second half yet. So I don't want to keep him out on a school. Well, I don't think they've started class and stuff like that. But I don't know if these guys got curfew or anything like that. So we'll see. I might just get to see him and say what's up, and then I might have to get it pushing and find something to eat on my own. Okay. All right, it's midnight. I'm done. I just got to this office space around here, and I'm going to work here for the next few hours because my flight is at like 5 or something like that. So I gotta be at the airport at like 3. I'm not one of them run through the airport kind of guy. So I'm about to just post up here and do some editing. So till next time.